Hello petals and welcome to today's video. I don't know why I'm waving, you can't see me. So today is a story time and it's Crystal Creatures. But instead of doing what I said I was going to do last time and get a new set of characters into the story, I thought I'd stick with the same set of characters as in part 1 or chapter 1. So for chapter 2 there's only one additional character and his name, well, you'll probably hear his name later in the story. I've written it down on paper, so if you hear paper turns, it's because I'm reading it from a book. Well, a notebook, not an actual book. Okay, so chapter 2, Crystal Creatures. In the cells, Montana was now asleep as she was exhausted from the mind read. Timothy sat by the wall, talking with Roxana, while she was still working on unlocking the door. He was saying they'll never escape without their crystal beads. Roxanne wasn't giving up, and she would get her beads back. And she'd stop the moles by killing the king, from killing the people. So the king can't kill any more people. I haven't double checked this, I just wrote it. Anyway, Timothy commented that she was vicious for a rabbit, and she retaliated saying that he's lazy for a tiger. While Timothy was talking, he was interrupted by a loud bang which woke everyone up that was sleeping at the time. Roxana's cell door had hit the floor because she had succeeded loosening the screws. She hopped out the cell to take a look around, making sure that no guards had heard. She started unlocking all the other cells to let everyone out. Roxanne with Timothy and Montana behind her, she led everyone to a tunnel that sloped up. They would have to dig to get out to the surface. Roxana was edgy as the last few people disappeared into the dark tunnel, with only the three of them left. Roxana, Timothy, and Montana. Roxana started to leave in the opposite direction to the tunnel. Timothy called after her, where was she going? She told him she was getting her beads back from the king. She took off at a run for the throne room. Timothy and Montana looked at each other and knew they had to go after her and get their beads back too. They ran after Roxana and all three of them met at the entrance to the throne room. They looked at one another and prepared to go in. They burst into the throne room. The king was on his throne with a human man standing beside him. The man was not chained or anything. He was holding some beaded jewelry, the crystal beads that they were after. Roxana yelled to the man, "What are you doing, Richard?" It was obvious that he was helping the king. Richard replied that he was showing the king how to unlock the powers of the crystal creature beads. Montana quietly watched, noticing her brown-colored bead on the anklet in the man's hand. He was too focused on Roxana, and nobody saw that Montana was climbing to the ceiling. She was only spotted when she dropped down onto him, taking all the beaded jewelry. She slipped her anklet on, and the bead lit up. Throwing the others their accessories, Timothy had an orange bead on a bracelet, and Roxana had a white bead on a choker-style necklace. All three changed into their half-animal forms. Montana a monkey, Timothy a tiger, and Roxana a rabbit. They looked human-sized with tails, ears, and the skins of animals. Richard snuck away while they transformed. He didn't want to get involved in the fighting. The Mole King stood and was furious with what just happened and screeched to his guards to attack. Quicker as animals, Montana ran by the others, grabbing their hands to run as well. All three were running out the throne room and towards the tunnel the other prisoners had taken. Montana reminded Roxana they got their beads to fight when there wasn't an army chasing them. They crawled into the tunnel as fast as they could and escaped into the daylight. A time the moles don't like. The moles quickly covered the holes and it went silent. Then they heard birds tweeting and they were so happy to be on the surface again until the moles attacked again and they had escaped and saved everyone. So that's the end of chapter 2. I hope you enjoyed that. It took a while to write it, so sorry about that. And I haven't actually written it properly, just in a notebook. And I know it's short again, but stay tuned for, well, not stay tuned, subscribe so you don't miss chapter 3 coming. I don't know when. I still have to write it and decide what to do about it. I may start a new storytime story. So you can look forward to that. I hope you liked this. Please like if you did. Comment any ideas you may have for chapter 3 or any other story times. Share with your friends because maybe they'll like it. And I've already said subscribe. So subscribe so you don't miss chapter 3. You can also see links on the end screen. I'll link chapter 1 somewhere on it. The playlist for Crystal Creatures, so you can watch it from the beginning if you want to. Also, chapter 1 is the beginning, but also my most recent video and the best for viewer video at the top. So you can click on one of those 4 links. And I'll see you in the next video, probably. Bye!